Hello, everyone. Welcome to another DCU Daily. A bit of a calmer day, no extra shows and whatnot. We're just here talking about new stuff, but a lot of new stuff to be talked about. Obviously, the biggest thing today is that James Gunn has dropped, apparently, the quasi-Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. So we're going to be talking a whole bunch about that. But in other news, we're going to be talking about box office stuff for the summer, how that went about. We've been talking about that for the past couple of days, so we're returning to that. We're going to be talking about more standing ovations. We're going to be talking tons and tons of trailers. You might even see ranting Angry John for that because, I have a lot to talk about Wuthering Heights. But in regards to that, we have some quick hits, not just regular quick hits, but we have Marvel quick hits and we have DC quick hits. We talk about Batman #1. We're going to be talking about Frank Grillo. We're going to be talking about Batman Part 2, in addition to be getting ready for Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 3 tomorrow. And then, obviously, as I already mentioned, the Man of Tomorrow news. But all of that and so much more. Into the show we go.
It doesn't seem to matter what I do. I'm always the number 2.
All right, mister, I need to paint my abs on to get nominated. You don't see Robert Downey doing that.
You're kidding.
You're
kidding. I can't open the envelope without the...
Warner Brothers is heading back into the Matrix with a new movie in the works.
Wonder what other surprises are in store.
I want to be Bruce Wayne.
I like that. You're gonna love me.
There's the shot right there. That.
Okay, we don't need to see chorus.
Right there.
You look ridiculous. Well, not no more, he don't.
What, dude? I can barely understand you. Your accent's insane.
What the needs now?
Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. Wow.
Boom, here we are. Boom goes the dynamite. Let's go. We are here to talk about the news and so much more. I'm John. Nice to see you guys. Lovely, very wonderful. Here to talk the news, but I'm not alone. I am here with Lizz today. Don't try her today. She's ready. She's packing heat today, guys. She's packing heat. Let's fucking go. Angry Lizz is the best Lizz. I think it's safe to say.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry, John. Come on.
Thank you, Bruce Banner. I really appreciate that. But that, we'll get into Marvel talk later. But hopefully everyone is having a very good Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Yes, it's Wednesday. But Anthony Manzano, Magical Sky Wizard, Patrick Olinger, Enterprising, Right Dude. I think Monique was here Monique was not here, but thank you guys for watching. We love and appreciate all of you. Let's get into the show proper. Got to get into the more boring stuff first. I know not a ton of people care about this, but it's still interesting to talk about. But we are talking about kind of box office related things. So, a lot of stuff happened this summer, and kind of encroaching into the rest of the year, but mainly this summer. We're mainly talking about the studio stuff. Disney still reigning supreme to the surprise of no one. Even with some failures on the Marvel side, they still managed to get the top grossing movie this year.
I told y'all.
With this little we all knew that Disney was
showing in theaters. They just re-released it, so they're still showing it.
Yeah. And but this is the year that Warner Brothers fucking came back with a vengeance. You had Sinners, not just Superman, but you had Sinners, you had F1, you had Weapons, you had all these just total hits, 6 consecutive hits in 1 year for the previous giant, but then kind of lulled and was pretty much not great. A lot of, shuffling and all that. But it seems like David Zaslav, for all his faults, might be bringing the company back to where it was, at least like 10 to 15 years ago. And then plenty more stuff on the horizon. But Universal had a pretty good hit with, of course, Jurassic World Rebirth. And, it's just killing it. So, like, I know we briefly talked about yesterday how there was a bit of a failure on the summer box office. It remained the same. Over the course of the year, it was 4% higher than last year. Obviously, we'll see for the rest of the year. But, of course, we did talk about that. So, maybe reiterate the point, maybe not. But what does this mean, at least for a studio point of view? Is this maybe the sign of like better days ahead for studios, or do you think that maybe it's still like studios have to watch out and are probably going to take all the wrong lessons from what happened this year?
Yeah, I mean, girl, I can't speak for the studios, obviously, but that seems to be their trend. They like to just, load the gun, point it, and then turn around and fire on themselves. So who's to say? I mean, everybody complains that, with Disney doing all these live action remakes, but clearly the proof is in the box office. They're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep making money off of it. I'm going to continue to go see them. So I don't think many lessons will be learned, even for the studios like Sony and Paramount, who didn't have as hot of a year.
As it says here, I'm going to zoom into this.
I think they're just going to continue to make dumb decisions because, again, as we know, it's not the creatives running the thing; it's the bean counters, and they don't know shit about the industry at the end of the day. So,
yeah, whatever. I'm going to try to stop highlighting stuff. I know that never ends well for me because this shit's overly sensitive. But yeah, this seems to be, this is like kind of the numbers right now. Paramount, as we know, stuck in purgatory prior to their merger. Number of films released. Disney, of course, on the rising with 11, but it did get beat out by Universal, although they made less money. And by the way, total is, the highest one, obviously. But Warner Brothers, they're still coming in hot. That's an understatement, I feel. That's an understatement, Well, you might still keep waiting. I don't think we're going to, get anything as good as the first movie, but, that's beside the point. I think, but I don't know. It's just like, I know, like, I'm not going to cheer. It's just like the movie industry is just really shaky right now. Not just movie theaters. We've talked about that abundantly, but it's just like, it seems like the movie industry is kind of still quaking in their boots from 5 years ago. Streaming is still in a kind of weird place, whether it's going to be the future or not. So I don't know. I just think that this is still an interesting thing to talk about. I think, Warner Brothers, the fact that they only had a little bit more than half of Disney stuff, yet made almost as much money as them, that's saying a lot. I mean, Minecraft and Superman were probably their biggest money makers. So, but, Sinners and Weapons coming in hot, and then, everything else, it just good. This is just showcasing how far Warner Brothers has come as a company. Like, they were not doing well for the longest time. AT&T seemed to cave everything in, but maybe your boy David Zaslav has a point. I know I hate to say that because we kind of hate David Zaslav a little bit because he's kind of a prick and he hates animation, but obviously we'll see how this goes in terms of the summer box office. But it's kind of a whole thing in regards to the studio system and all that. And I think it's safe to say we all can agree that the studio system needs to burn so that it can be a phoenix to rise out of the ashes and become reborn once again, because we need to do that. It needs to happen. But studios are just still clinging on to those old beliefs, and that's kind of a shame. Enterprising asking, does WB have a winter film?
Maybe.
Well, I know Conjuring Last Rites, that's coming out in October. So, but I
I
don't
think it's
know.
coming out September 24th, I believe is
I
the
keep
release
forgetting
date.
when that comes out because I so
Yeah.
don't care about the Conjuring universe. But I actually don't know. I don't know if Dan knows. He would know. But I think whatever it is, you know, it's I'm weirdly happy for them. I know I'm not supposed to be happy for a studio, but I don't know. It's just it seems Warner. So the last in terms of distribution, it seems like the last thing Warner Brothers doing is one battle after another. However, that no, the last production company thing that they have that they're producing is one battle after another, which is coming out at the end of September. That they don't have anything else for winter, I don't think. So unless it's like specifically under New Line, but you know, whatever it is, it's just Conjuring and one battle after another this September, and then Warner Brothers is done for the year. Seems like it, unless there's like a really small film that doesn't show up, then
Oh, I'm sorry. Conjuring is this weekend. It's the 5th. It's coming out this weekend.
Yeah. I keep
Excuse me.
forgetting that. Whoopsie daisies. That's okay. Who cares about fucking?
I think it's one battle after another that's coming out on the 24th. Let me look that up.
That's what it was. Yeah, no, I just looked it up. That's what it was. So yeah, they do not have a winter film. WB does not have a winter film, so we'll see how they keep going. But you know, the trailer. I don't know. It looks like a pretty good movie to me.
Yeah, but you feel that way about Caught Stealing, so like that's fair. Like I can get if it's just you've seen it
barely gotten the trailer for One Battle After Another. I think it's a pretty good trailer.
Yeah, no, I like it. I've only seen it a handful of times. Like again, I think it's a matter of what like theater you go to, who gets it, how often it's shown, but it's all right. You're allowed to have that opinion. We get it.
Yeah. But that's kind of it for the summer box office. Speaking of, horror stuff and New Line and weapons, Zach Krieger was talking about the past of Resident Evil on the big screen, and he has admitted he's never seen a Resident Evil movie. And guess what, Zach? You're not missing much because most of them are heaping piles of dookie. So
I think it's a good thing. He had said that he's a diehard Resident Evil fan as far as the game. He's played the game ever since it first dropped. So the fact that he's not seen any of the films is gonna obviously they won't influence him in any of his decision making. Right. Like he's coming it from purely from a game perspective, and I think that's really good.
I understand Magical Sky Whisperer. I get that. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I think this is good. Here's the thing. I'm so on the fence about this movie. I really want to be more excited, but I wish it was taking more from the games rather than, it takes place in the universe. However, with Zach Krieger being this much of a fan, I don't know. It seems like he's doing something really interesting with it.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's going to be canonical rather than we're adapting the games, but not really, but we are, but we're not. And so, it just seems like, I don't know, it's gonna, instead of hey, look how hot and amazing my wife is in these 6 movies as her as a Mary Sue, it seems like Zach Krieger is we're gonna reference things, it's gonna take place in the world, it's gonna be there, but it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be the Resident Evil movies, which have been terrible. But I know they have their fans. I'm sure, and as he says here, they're probably not, the Paul W.S. Anderson Resident Evil fans are probably not going to be loving this because it's so weird. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but the people on Letterboxd, they fucking love the Resident Evil movies, and I cannot understand. I've tried to watch 2 or 3 of those movies because I remember I would go hang out with my friends and they would have a movie on already, and sometimes they were the Resident Evil movies. It would just kind of be in the background, and I'm
the first 2 were good. The first 2 were good, and then it turned into like a joke kind of thing. And it became one of those movies where like it was a cash grab. Like they knew that they were making crappy films, but they also knew that they could still get people to see them. So they just kept churning them out.
Right.
I don't hate the franchise. I believe I have seen every single film out of it. So yeah. We'll see what I'm excited based on what he said. I'm excited to see his take on it. So I think it'll be
I mean, he said this in terms of the Double Toasted YouTube channel, where he mentioned the whole henchman script that people have been lying about for the past couple of weeks. He said, all I can say is that it is true to the experience of the games. It takes place in the world of the games, but most importantly, the journey you'll have as a viewer of watching movies is going to be similar to the journey you have as a player when you play these games. And what that means is it follows one protagonist from point A to point B as they just descend deeper and deeper and deeper into hell. And as someone who's played, I don't know how many thousands and thousands of hours of Resident Evil, I just feel like I know how that pacing can go, and it's inherently cinematic. And I feel like there's a great movie that can live inside the world and inside of that sort of pacing. And I'm just really, really pumped about the story that we get to tell here. So I feel like I'm chomping at the bit to make this thing. So, and he goes on and on about it. And, understatement of the millennium. I know that some game fans did like Welcome to Raccoon City. I know a lot didn't, but I know a couple that are like, this was good for what it was. Whoa, calling you by your birth name, goddamn. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for Zach Krieger. The man has 2 bangers already. Might as well get a 3rd banger in there, and he could be like Jordan Peele, where he hasn't made a bad movie yet. So we'll see. But keeping on the horror readaptation-a-thon, we got Sam Raimi and Roy Lee tackling the remake of Magic. The original film, as you can see here, was, directed by Sir Richard Attenborough, starring Anthony Hopkins and Anne Margaret. I have seen the film. It is a phenomenal movie, and it's one of those things where it's just like, don't remake it. Don't. I love Sam Raimi, but no. Don't. I don't even know if you're even aware of this movie, but this, yeah, just, don't.
not for me.
I don't know what your thoughts are.
It's not for me. I won't see it. I'm not a big fan of horror, and certainly not one that contains a puppet. So hey, I wish them all the success in the world. Maybe Anthony Hopkins will make a little cameo in there. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, y'all enjoy that one.
Yeah, I would say it's a very more distinguished kind of horror movie where it's kind of slightly more higher brow than like a puppet with. It's not like Child's Play, it's more than that. But not for everybody, but still it's more like the duality of him between him and this puppet, and very well done film. But it's so good. I just watched it, I think last year for Halloween, and oh my god, it was so fucking good. Next up, Curry Barker, whose YouTube sketches I watch a ton of time. The dude is fucking hilarious, and his prominent creative partner, Cooper Tomlinson, apparently they have been making the rounds of film festivals with their film Obsession, and apparently they are already working on their next movie, Anything But Ghosts, for Jason Blum and Roy Lee, so we're going on a bit of a Roy Lee tangent right here. So I wanted to talk about this because it's just really nice. I mean, with Chris Stuckman's Shelby Oaks coming out this year, and that looking pretty good, Curry Barker already in the circuit of his film. It was highly anticipated at the Toronto Film Festival. And it's just really nice to see someone because the whole idea of being a YouTuber, what we do here, is very not well respected, sometimes for good reason, sometimes not. But it's nice that somebody like this, who is very talented in terms of comedy, and then jumping into horror, kind of like what Edgar Wright did and Jordan Peele did. So I'm very curious about his first film, and I'm very curious about this one. They don't say what the movie's going to be about. I think they're still writing it, so they just have a title and that they're going to be producing it. So yes, Zach Krieger, of course, we were just talking about him, but yeah, I think I don't know. This is just nice to see. Like, I like the guy in terms of his comedy sketches and the fact that he's making this big jump. I don't know. It's just really awesome to see. I don't know if I'm just kind of like, I don't know if you even know who this guy is, but I just think, it's just cool to see like as someone who also wants to do this for a living, someone else like making that jump, like making that audience of his like work to his advantage and like doing what he really wants to do. That's just really awesome to see. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
Nope. I'm excited that you're excited, so that's good. But I don't know much about any of this stuff, so.
Yeah, it's just like, a guy making YouTube sketches, making the jump to the big screen. That's just nice to see.
For sure.
And so I just think that's important to talk about because like we're part of the YouTube. And we are literally on YouTube. Well, some of us are not. Some people watching this are not on YouTube, but most people are watching the.
Well, and I think we're going to be seeing more of the same. I think that's where the future is headed. As we see influencers everywhere and getting endorsement deals and commercial deals and TV shows, and it's just a matter of time before some of these creatives start moving into like
some of the guys who are like actually talented getting proper deals rather than you look hot, I'm gonna give you a show because reasons.
I mean, hey, if it works out in the end, who can say they're wrong?
That's true. But congratulations to Curry Barker and Cooper Tomlinson. I will continue loving their YouTube sketches, but hopefully I will love their films, Obsession and Anything But Ghosts, in the near future. So I just wanted to touch upon that because I don't know, we're part of the YouTube space and got to pump up the YouTube creatives. But the next thing, the most obvious thing, when the James Bond game 007 First Light first dropped, everyone was like, oh, hey, that guy who played Dexter in Dexter Original Sin, he's going to be James Bond. And now it's official, I guess, that Patrick Gibson, Dexter from Dexter Original Sin, is playing James Bond. So, like, just sort of an obvious thing. I guess it was just never really confirmed that he was playing the character. But now it's like, no, he 100% is. It's like, yeah, everyone who watched the trailer and has eyes can fucking see that. But I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic about this game. Hopefully it doesn't run into the trappings of a lot of AAA games nowadays, just being way too expensive, inserting stupid bullshit into it constantly, and ruining a great IP. I mean, Amazon is going to do that already, but, maybe in the video game sphere that, James Bond can actually win it. But yeah, I know you're not a gamer, but I want to.
I'm not a gamer, but when I saw this article, I thought it was really funny because like we have gone down the rabbit hole so many times on like the look for James Bond whenever we talk about the actual like feature films and any project, and we're always like, no, this person doesn't look right for this. It doesn't look right. Da, da, da. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, of course this guy can play James Bond in a video game because they're not going to make him look like himself. What like look at these two side by side. Maybe they could be distant cousins, but in no way would you have any idea that actor is the one that's playing this.
I guessed it immediately. I'm like, oh, that's Patrick Gibson.
It just cracks me up because I'm like, okay, they're kind of proving our point because we were always talking about looks when it comes to
he looks like like Patrick Gibson got plastic surgery to make himself.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like a distant cousin. Like,
I don't think distant, but like when I saw the trailer for the first time, I'm like, that's the Dexter guy. That's not Michael C. Hall. So I'm like, hey, that's that guy. And plus, this is, to be fair, they picked the most unflattering picture of this actor. He looks like I get it, because he looks like a fucking dweeb. But like, they couldn't have pictured like I don't know, gotten a better picture with him. But yeah. But yeah, Magical Side Wizard, the eyes, yes, eyes are the window of the soul. So yeah, what the hell are you oh, okay, yeah, Obsession. Also, hello, Tony Randall. Okay, I guess. Thanks, Enterprising. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm reasonably excited for this game. Hopefully, they don't shoot themselves in the foot. But First Light definitely looks like an intriguing sort of prequel to the Bond he would become. So yeah, I mean, he's not Dexter anymore, but he's James Bond, which is honestly the better fucking deal at this point. But yeah, congrats to him. But now guys, we're not done talking. We are not done talking, and we're not done clapping. Another standing ovation at Venice Film Festival. Apparently, the voice of Hind Rajab stuns Venice Film Festival with its longest standing ovation of 22 minutes amid tears and Free Palestine chants. We're not going to get into this too heavily because of obvious reasons, but I know you're a Indian Bollywood fan, so maybe you could talk about this for a little bit. I don't know if you know anything about this movie.
Well, it's really not like a Bollywood thing.
I'm not familiar with it, so I apologize if I got that wrong.
So this is the story about a family who was fleeing Gaza during all of the strikes and the conflict that's there. The 5-year-old, I want to say she was 5-year-old daughter. They, again, I can't describe it exactly, but it does say it in the article. Basically, their car was bombed. Her aunt, her cousins, her father were killed. She was on the phone to the rescue teams trying to just them trying to keep her on the line, trying to pinpoint her location as they're trying to get to her. She ultimately passed away from her injuries. But they use the audio from those calls in this documentary, in this film, about this story and the continued conflict going on. Right. Obviously, we already know what's happening. So it's about that, and they say, very much like, and I don't mean to lessen anything, but they use her very much like how Anne Frank was used, to portray the Jews in Germany during the Holocaust, where they're saying her story is the story of thousands.
Right.
So it's interesting. It's deeply moving. I think this one they're already saying it's probably going to win awards in this film festival, let alone, I mean, I'm sure it's going to win an Oscar for international or for documentary or something, but it's heavy. It's a heavy subject matter, but I think it's one that's really important to talk about.
Yeah, of course. So this is one of the few times, as Dan said in the chat, one of the few that I was actually deserving of a standing ovation and not just, people clapping because they can. But yeah, we are going on to the next part. But In the Hand of Dante, starring Oscar Isaac. So not one but two Oscar Isaac movies received a divine standing ovation, with this one being 9.5, not quite as much as the Frankenstein one, but still pretty awesome, and it's looking good. We got Jason Momoa, Louis Cancelmi, Oscar Isaac, and Franco Nero looking like a fat Bob Odenkirk. So there's that. But yeah, congrats to all of them. I didn't even know Franco Nero was still alive. Yeah, as Enterprise said, good for them.
Hey, Monique.
Good for them. Also, hello, Monique. Hello, all. Happy Wednesday. But congrats to all of them. Just Jason, I will say Jason Momoa's suit, he's rocking it.
And he's wearing matching pink Birkenstock sandals as well.
That's not the rocking it part, but yeah, I will say Oscar Isaac loving the red suit too, looking like a cult leader in that suit, but like in a good way.
Jason gonna do what he do. I don't know. I still think Oscar's got to figure out his hair and beard situation. He needs a little more product. It's too fluffy, but anyway, that's just.
I will say the middle guy kind of looks like Adrian Brody from Temu a little bit.
He looks like Adrian Brody and like Ty Burrell together. It's weird.
Yes, that was the other thing. I'm like, he also looks like somebody else. Ty Burrell. Yes, the love child of Burrell and Brody. Movie title. But yeah, congrats for them. Now we got to get into the trailers, guys. And the first one, I'm excited for this, even though I didn't love the
Me
movie as
too.
much as a lot of other people did. The fact
I
that
loved
it's
it.
starring Ray Fiennes, who was easily the best part of 28 Years Later, I'm stoked for it.
Also,
Less
why
being a
is
zombie,
Cillian
but,
Murphy briefly appearing? Where's Aaron Taylor Johnson? Why is he not briefly appearing as well? That's what I'd like to know.
well, he's appearing. He's just majorly appearing. Cillian Murphy's going to be at the end of the film, apparently.
Is Aaron Taylor Johnson going to be in this one? I didn't see him in the trailer. Okay. Then yay.
I think there was a scene of him like shooting an arrow or something. But yes,
Yay.
we got the trailer for 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, which is going to be coming out in January and not going to be directed by Danny Boyle, although he's producing it. And Alex Garland is still writing. Nia DaCosta, director of The Marvels and Candyman, probably not the best of her portrayals as a director, but she is directing it. But the whole basis is like Cillian Murphy is going to be hopefully hook, line, and sinker for the third movie if that ever gets made. So, but we got more of Discount Jimmy Seville. We got more of Ray Fiennes. We got more of the giant donged Alpha, although he's wearing a loincloth, unfortunately, ladies. I'm sorry.
I guarantee he won't be wearing it the whole time. They love their dongs.
And we got Spike. We got the bitch from Falcon and the Winter Soldier who seems to be in fucking everything now. As well as, more Bone Temple stuff. And I don't know what the hell this is going to be about, but I'm very much intrigued with like the weird Jimmy Seville fucking cult that the guy from Sinners, Josh O'Connell. What is his name? Jake O'Connor. What the fuck is that guy's name?
Jack O'Connell?
Jack O'Connell. Yeah, that. He is, he's the leader. He was the kid at the very beginning of 20 Years Later, the kid, and then he grew up to be weird guy in a tracksuit, but in that weird ass ending. Pedro Pascal is the new Alpha Zombie. I mean, I'm sure the ladies would not mind that. Maybe his haters would, but I don't think the ladies would mind that. I sure as hell wouldn't mind it. Magical Sky Wizard, I just watched it the other day. I thought it was quite good, although it felt like half a movie, to be honest. I could kind of see that.
Well, but now you're getting the other half, so it's all good.
Well, technically it was only a third because we're getting 3 movies if that third movie ever gets made. So
well, there you go.
Yeah,
so you got more than you bargained for. Magical Sky Wizard. You're welcome.
Stoked for this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Level of excitement. What are you? Or how are you excited for?
Well, again, after finally catching up with all the films and seeing 28 Years Later, I'm stoked for it. I mean, I know how much you loved Ralph Fiennes and the Bone Temple, and you just wanted more. So I know that was like the best part of the film for you. So I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah. Then
Lantern, how dare you? Not pressing.
You
all right? You don't want to talk about it? You can talk about it. Let's talk about it. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I don't want to.
Come on, talk about it.
Well, I don't want to talk about it.
It's your 2 favorite actors currently.
I don't want to talk
about it. In a film that I know you can't wait to see.
Talk about it.
With a director you absolutely love. And this if you guys, first of all, everyone stop what you're doing, go watch this trailer and tell me that this is not John all day long. I'm so excited for you, John, for this movie.
Honestly, the funniest part is Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi are the fucking least of my issues. Like,
that is pretty funny, actually.
I mean, Jacob Elordi still kind of has my issue because he's playing probably the most whitewashed character in like literature to film adaptation history, next to like Jesus.
First of all, Jacob Elordi is Australian. What the fuck? Really?
Heathcliff is a brown man in the book.
But dude's Australian? So much like Austin Butler, I have never heard his true speaking voice before. This is blowing my goddamn mind.
They're both Australian.
I know I know she's Australian, but I had no clue he was. Banana.
Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, Heathcliff is apparently he's brown in the book, and I don't know if they ever say like specifically what country he was from, but yeah, so in literally every adaptation of Wuthering Heights, he's played by a white dude. So that's fun. And I couldn't even get through the entire trailer. Like I was just
John.
It was like I watch it and I'm like,
this is a clickbait movie. They basically were like, let's take Bridgerton,
make sure
and
the grave of
11.
Bronte is absolutely just can power a third world fucking country.
Like
because
this is
everything
like if Bridgerton and Pornhub got together and they were like, yes, now let's make it a feature film, and that's what they're trying to do here.
It's just
or at least they're trying to advertise it
not understanding the fucking book. This is not gothic romance. This is pretentious porn, and get the fuck out of my face with it. I get it. I don't mind sex in movies. I don't mind sex in movies. Sex in movies is perfectly fine. Titties, ass,
literally,
whatever.
the whole trailer is look at these two hot people having sex.
Look at these two hot people having sex. The fucking okay.
This whole trailer is
not
edging.
gothic romance. This is people that just want to make porn and then just want to fucking like just do whatever the fuck they want. I mean, Emerald fell on my shit list when she was like, "Oh, it's just a book. Who cares?" First off, go fuck yourself. Second, if you don't understand the importance of the source material you are adapting, don't fucking adapt it. How about that? Make your own fucking weird erotic thriller and leave Wuthering Heights fucking alone.
You're welcome, you guys. Yeah. But again, the whole trailer is just edging. Like I guarantee you there's gonna be like maybe one sex scene in this whole fucking thing. But they are just this is the way I'm
sure middle-aged Karens are gonna fucking jerk off.
That's what I'm saying. The way
theater.
they advertise this, they know exactly who they're marketing to, they know exactly what they're doing. We're gonna get Karens and all their girly pals.
Hi, Brogu. I'm sorry you had to come in with me angry. I'm glad you're here, Brogu.
Sorry.
I love you, Brogu. I appreciate you. I'm sorry you have to see my angry side. I appreciate your stuff. It's just like my sister, who is huge fan of the book, is also like I've heard rants from her like every time like something new comes up with this is like she's like I'm fucking losing my fucking mind, and I'm so the anger from her is like kind of going through me a little bit, but it's just like this is not what gothic romance is. It's gothic romance. People think, oh, they focus on the romance part, and that's not really what it is. It's like it's so different from our traditional view of modern romance. Like hell, even romance of the last like 50 years or so. And this is just like artsy porn. That's like all it is. If you want to go make porn, fine. I'm sure Brazzers will fucking love you. Or if you want to make like an original, fine. Make an original fucking artsy porno. That's what fucking Yorgos Lanthimos did with Poor Things. He's like, I'm going to make Frankenstein, but with porn. And you know what? He made Frankenstein with porn, and it got Emma Stone a fucking Oscar. An undeserving Oscar, but an Oscar nonetheless. So, do whatever you want to do. It's just like, leave classic literature you don't understand alone. It's just, I just don't fucking get it. Like, I don't get it. Like, I think the anger is just like the lack of care for the source material at this point. I get it. Not every like book and like radio show and theater play or whatever is going to get like a perfect one-to-one adaptation. I understand that there is some like bits and pieces of like the artist that wants to put their own spin on it. I get that. But it's one thing to put your own spin. It's one thing to put your own spin on the source material. It's another to just completely misunderstand what you're adapting. And that's what Emerald Fennell's doing. Like, also, this is coming from the woman who fucking thought that like fucking a grave and drinking cum water was cinema. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, ridiculous. It looks gross to me. It looks gross. Like it looks like I feel like
It's
I
a
need to take a
blatant cash
shower
grab. It's
right
just
now.
blatant. It's just blatant.
I just feel gross. I just don't want to talk about this anymore, and I'm not going to be seeing this piece of. I'll go watch the original at this point. Hell, that movie only like the original, like I think Laurence Olivier version adapted like a third of the book, and it's still one of the greatest movies ever made. So it's like whatever. I'll watch that one. You know, I just think. I don't know.
I love it.
It's
I
fucking
love that you're
stupid.
passionate. I love that you care. I've never read the book. I've never seen any of the film adaptations.
Neither have I, but you
I
know,
really
it's
don't know the
just like
story, but I
I don't know. It's just
I
like her
appreciate
attitude
that you
towards it
know.
and the
Yeah.
way it looks. It looks just so. It's like
It's a
just
cash
so
grab.
pretentious.
It's so fucking blatant what they're doing with this trailer. So yeah, I get it. But I'll see it. You know I'm going to see it. You know I'm going to see it. So you don't have to. I'm
Yeah,
gonna see it.
just don't bring a cucumber into the film, and you should be fine.
Come along. I'm not like that guy at the Korn concert. Let's just calm down, everybody.
He didn't. He just had his hand. He didn't even have a pocket pussy. He was just going at it, just raw dogging it. Thanks. Thanks, Enterprising. I appreciate that. But yeah, if you want to see Ranch, you can. Yeah, like I don't know. It's just
Get that
it's just
playback
anybody.
game.
Poor Bane. I heard Frankenstein and porn. That's the movie Poor Things. Porn meets Frankenstein. So you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch. I'm honestly out of spite. I'm just gonna read the entire book. Like I'm not even like not even gonna just boom. I'm gonna just.
I love that your version of spite is like further educating yourself. Like I love it. I love it. That's
Yeah.
the best thing about you, John, is you're like, just out of spite, I'm gonna read the fucking book. There. Like
Yeah, I think my sister has it on her bookshelf. But she's equally pissed because she also saw the Rebecca movie by Ben Wheatley with Lily James and everybody's favorite cannibal, and she's like, yeah, this is dog shit, and Ben Wheatley and the writer do not understand gothic romance. But yeah. Yeah, but like even outside of the disrespect for the source material, the movie just looks like shit. Like it looks terrible. Like it just looks like crap. Well,
because they didn't give us they gave us nothing to go with. Like literally,
yeah, as you said, edging
if
the
you had to
audience.
describe this movie based on the trailer, it's Bridgerton meets Pornhub. That's what they gave us. They gave us no context. They gave us no story. Maybe there's a love triangle happening. That's all they gave us.
Yeah. And it's just fucking most of this trailer is just Margot Robbie getting horny for Donut Daddy. That's essentially this trailer. I don't know if you know who Donut Daddy is, but he was like a guy on TikTok that makes like overly sexual food videos.
Oh, okay. I know exactly who that is.
Yeah, exactly. So let's move on to bigger and better things.
They have a 10-year age gap, so like good for both of them. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so. But let's move on to good female filmmakers. And we have Catherine Bigelow's newest film, House of Dynamite, starring Idris Elba and Rebecca Ferguson facing nuclear attack. We got a new political thriller, and this was one of the many movies that got a standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival, which, yes, doesn't mean anything, but Catherine Bigelow, I don't know.
Well, but also, again, here's another trailer with basically no context whatsoever.
No, it was very little, but like,
yeah.
Honestly, again, to be fair, it is a teaser trailer, as it says right there. It's a teaser trailer, and, it's set for limited theatrical release because it is a Netflix movie in the UK on October 3rd and the US on October 10th before its streaming launch on October 24th. It's got a really good cast. It's got the Night Agents, Gabriel Basso. It's got Jared Harris. It's got Anthony Ramos. It's got Jason Clarke, Jonah Howard-King. It's got a very good cast. And of course, as I mentioned, Idris Elba and Rebecca Ferguson. So I'd watch the hell out of this when it reaches streaming. Like, don't have to leave the house. Perfect.
I mean, hopefully my theater will get it. I prefer to see things on the big screen if I can.
Shagged. Write the script, buddy. I believe in you. But I mean, Frankenhooker was already a movie, so keep that in mind. But yeah, gotta love. I think it was the guy who did Brain Damage and Basket Case. I forget the guy who did that, but yeah, this looks really interesting. I don't know if you're like, I know you said you were kind of edged by the trailer, but would you still give this? I know, like,
Yeah,
you don't
I
really
like
watch
Catherine
movies at
Bigelow.
home
I
a
like
lot,
Idris
but
Elba. No, I'm all in on this 100%. It's gonna be good. I know it will.
yeah. Would you, if you don't see it in theaters, would you try to see it at home? I know you don't watch a lot of stuff at home,
Yeah,
but
I already added it to my list, so hopefully I'll
perfect.
get to it.
I don't know. It just looks really interesting, and I do think Catherine Bigelow, she gets a lot of praise. I mean, she did win, for the Hurt Locker, but I feel like she's just kind of like lulled out of, you know, the public eye. Maybe that was intentional. I don't know. I just think she's very, very, very talented. I mean, Near Dark.
Yeah. Yeah, Zero Dark is great. Yeah.
No, Near Dark, not Zero Dark 30.
Sorry.
Near Dark. It was her vampire film from 1987. Just peak
Okay.
brilliance, and it beats the hell out of The Lost Boys. There, I said it. Near Dark. Fucking amazing. Anyway, but now we move on to other thrillers. It's all about the optics for Elizabeth Moss and Kate Hudson in the Shell trailer. I've been kind of filibustering, but why don't you take this one?
Well,
Because
so like halfway through this trailer, it made me chuckle because I was like, oh, this is The Substance meets Death Becomes Her, which, as we all know, Kate's mom starred in Death Becomes Her. So it just kind of cracked me up because I was like, all right, I see where it's also giving oh gosh, now I've lost it. The one about the guy with the portrait. But anyway, yeah, it's Elizabeth Moss is a struggling actress who apparently doesn't have the looks that Hollywood wants. So she has a hard time landing major roles. She meets Kate Hudson's character, who is the CEO of some kind of like goop-like company, who claims that she can transform you under this incredible procedure, make you look younger. But of course, there's a price for everything, right? So crazy shit starts to happen to Elizabeth Moss, and Kate Hudson is like, girlfriend, like, what did you think? So it looks interesting. I'll see it, but again, it's giving Substance vibes. A little bit of body horror in there, but it doesn't seem like to the Substance extent. But like I said, the theme of it is also giving Death Becomes Her, if anyone's actually seen
right.
that.
No, I
Amazing
definitely get that vibe.
Yeah. So,
honestly, I'm not a huge Elizabeth Moss fan. She is like a generational Scientologist, but it's this definitely looks interesting. Got some interesting vibes here and there, and I love The Substance. Never seen Death Becomes Her, but I am aware of it. I know. I'm sorry. It's not really on the high brows of my list or anything,
I mean, it should be.
But yeah. What? Peter Jackson? What are you talking?
And what about The Lost Boys? One of my favorite films of all time. What is that about? Anyway, moving along.
Next one. This one you can talk about because you liked this movie and I didn't.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a flying fuck? And what are we're re-releasing it in 3D? Why? It's already been released in 3D. What do we give it's just a cash grab. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I enjoyed it. I liked it better than the first one. I didn't understand why the first one got all the hype that it did. But as I've said time and time again, it really drives me crazy that James Cameron puts all of his actors through this shit only for people, like, for audiences to sit there and like not make the connection that while these like cartoon character looking things in this film are underwater, that is actually a real human being doing all that same shit underwater, holding their breath that entire time. It really drives me nuts because I really don't think the majority of audiences appreciate what James Cameron puts his actors through. So it's just a whole bunch of wasted effort for me a lot of the time, and it's disappointing. Regardless, nothing to do with the film itself. Cool, good for them. Cash grab. It's going to be in theaters for like a week only. Who the fuck wants to watch shit in 3D anyway? It sucks. So okay.
I thought you liked 3D.
I hate 3D. I fucking hate it. Because most 3D films. Because most 3D films really don't. They're like again. One of the true 3D films that like the effects actually worked was like John Carter. Like, it's very rare that the effects actually do what they want them to do, especially because in 3D, most theaters are not equipped for you to properly view it. Like, if you go to see a 3D film, you have to be in the dead center of the theater to really appreciate and get all of the true effects, or else you kind of get like a little blurry action, whatever. So I just think it's a complete waste of money to put anything into 3D bullshit anymore. So I have no time for it. Go see it in Dolby, get like a full engrossed experience and whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cash grab.
There you go.
Yeah.
But next up we got Glenn Powell, Undercover.
I love you, Glenn. Please come to Comic-Con. I love you.
Glenn Powell seeks comedic redemption for a washed-up quarterback in Chad Powers' trailer. So much like The Rock in The Smashing Machine with that glorious nose job, Glenn Powell is unrecognizable in the first full-length trailer for his new Hulu comedy, Chad Powers. Powell formerly debuted the trailer Saturday on ESPN's College Game Day. So, it's just, just Chad Powers coming back, and it's going to be,
it looks fun.
TV show, but looks ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, and just, yeah. But, are you going to watch this or no?
Hell yeah, I will. I love Glenn Powell, and this looks fun. It looks full of heart. It looks cute. I'm going to check.
Yeah. I don't know if I check it out. I have so many things to watch. So many things, guys. I got so many fucking things to watch. But yeah. Now we move on to our final trailer. House of Gucci? Nah, House of Guinness.
Yeah.
In this succession, the 19th century Guinness family drama from Peaky Blinders creator Stephen Knight sees the four children of Sir Benjamin Guinness battle tooth and nail for their place in the Irish dynasty. So, yeah, it's got a whole bunch of Irish actors I've never heard of before. And it's if you want to scratch that Succession itch, then
yeah.
Boom, there you go.
I mean, I hope this is really based on true events. I'm sure a lot of it is, is just creative license, but I've been to Guinness. I understand the importance of Guinness in Dublin. I prefer the Smittix tour. If you guys ever are in Dublin, go to Smittix instead of Guinness. Guinness has become like a nightclub now, even though they have a great gift shop. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I love anything that is Irish and comes out of Ireland. So hopefully it's good.
I texted my sister something a couple hours ago from Wuthering Heights, and it was like a shirtless picture of Jacob Elordi, and she's like, "Why the fuck does Heathcliff fucking look like that?" So she's freaking out with me.
Love it. Love it.
But it was funny because the picture I sent was like somebody commented below the trailer where it was like, "This looks so cheesy. I can't wait to dip some nachos in it." So that brought me some joy in regards to that piece of shit trailer. So, House of Guinness gonna premiere on Netflix soon. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch it. Doesn't look terribly interesting to me. But that is it for the news side of things. We have so many trailers, guys, so many trailers, but we got through it, and now we gotta be a little bit quicker, guys. Gotta get into the quick hits.
Quicker. Shit.
Much quicker. So let's get that bossa nova elevator fucking music up in this shiznat. So let's fucking go. So the first thing that we're going to be getting into, Lucas Museum of Narrative Art. It's apparently going to cost $1 billion to build. Entire campus is 11 acres, has 700 trees, and opening to the public in 2026. What are your thoughts on the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art?
If I ever get out that way again, I'll definitely be checking it out. I did go to, the official birthplace of Lucasfilms or something. They have a Yoda fountain there and everything. So I have been on the grounds before. So yeah, it looks really nice as well. It looks gorgeous. It actually looks like the set of Elysium. But I'll go. I'll check it out. I'll have some fun. Buy the merch.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks really cool. But I don't know why it needs to cost $1 billion, but
it genuinely looks like the set of Elysium. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean that could let $1 billion.
Like Jodie Foster is speaking French around that fountain as we speak.
It looks interesting, but I don't know, it's just like, why $1 billion? That could go to homeless people or like
I agree.
organizations, but you know,
You're not
anyway,
wrong.
let's not get too serious here. Next, Judy Reyes boards Scrubs revival at ABC. She'll reprise her role as nurse Carla Espinoza while remaining a regular on High Potential, the show that stars Dee from It's Always Sunny. So yeah. Thoughts? Did you watch Scrubs when it was on?
I sure did.
Excited for this?
I'm excited, but at the same time, like I feel like it's I don't know. I just feel like the thrill is gone in this department. But fun fact, when I interviewed a couple of doctor friends of mine on my podcast, they said Scrubs is actually the most realistic medical show out there. I mean, this is before The Pit came out.
Really?
But, yeah, truly.
It's funny because Dr. Mike does not agree with that. He said it's actually, he's like, it's not one of the most accurate. He, I think he put, I think Dr. House I think he said ER was the most accurate.
I mean, ER's fair, but I think they were referring more to like how you feel like as a resident initially, like not necessarily like once you become a doctor, but like your experience and the stress and the uncertainty of you know getting started in the field. But yeah, I like the show. I'll check it out when it comes out. Hopefully it's good. I don't think it will be, but you never know.
Yeah. I mean, I never watched an episode of Scrubs, so I'm not going to be watching this. No offense to the show or either shows, but apparently, according to I forget what the user is, but apparently it has not aged well in terms of like, yeah, this is just like one of the most homophobic things I've ever watched in my life. So obviously, let's hope they just do better in this time around. But moving on. So Charlie Hunnam apparently nears deal to star in Monster Season 4 as Lizzie Borden's father. As we all know, Charlie Hunnam is going to be playing Ed Gein soon in another in Season 3. And, as it says right here. And so now he's going to be also joining Season 4 as Lizzie Borden's father. What are your thoughts about this?
I don't know shit about the show, so good for Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the posters, it looks like, honestly, I don't watch the show, but like, honestly, I kind of want to watch Season 3 because like he looks really good as Ed Gein. Like, they reference like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Silence of the Lambs, and Psycho being all, from the same source of this guy. So, honestly, that kind of makes me want to watch it a little bit. But yeah, looking good, Charlie Hunnam. I don't know how good he is as an actor. My dad says he's okay on Sons of Anarchy. So
yeah, I like him.
But now we go to the story that you brought us yesterday, actually. Apparently, Stephen King demanded The Long Walk show teens getting shot. It's a pretty brutal movie. Apparently, the stipulation, as you were mentioning to us yesterday, that Stephen King, for this adaptation, he's like, you gotta show the brutality of the situation, or you're not gonna succeed as an adaptation, and I won't give you the okay. So I think that's great. First of all, child murder, always a fan. And second, I think you really need to show like the dystopian side of this in ways that you can't in like a big budget blockbuster like Hunger Games, like Francis Lawrence directed previously. So
yeah, well, and he's saying I don't want you sugarcoating this. Like
exactly.
If you're going to remake my book, you're going to remake the book, and so I get it. I respect him for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can't wait for this movie. I think it's going to be fucking awesome, and it's got a great cast, and I've heard nothing but great things about it. Received 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah. Now we move on from great things to not so great things. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Woohoo! Apparently Will Smith, Westbrook signed first look deal with Paramount to make franchise films.
Yeah.
So, yeah, more Will Smith, guys. Yay.
I mean, listen, I hope they worked out whatever it was that they have going on behind the scenes. Everybody's going through something. Dude made a mistake. He's tried really hard to just kind of bow out gracefully. And now he's got this coming up. So I appreciate that he is still making an effort in Hollywood. Hopefully the stuff that they come out with is good, is decent, gets more people to work. But yeah, he still unfortunately has this tarnished reputation that's going to be hanging over his head for quite some time.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Look, Lady Gaga being crazy again. Woohoo! Lady Gaga follows
The video
up
was
Wednesday
fucking cool,
viral
though.
dance with the Dead Dance in Tim Burton directed video. Looking good, like very Tim Burton-esque, very Lady Gaga-esque. However, the first thing I thought of when I saw this headline, I thought of the Bat Dance by Prince from the original Batman '89 movie. So that was like immediately like, oh, Tim Burton's really bringing that back. So I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Lady Gaga and Tim Burton doing their respective things, and
Well, I think, yeah. Well, I think they're trying to keep with the Wednesday theme, and Wednesday had, as everyone knows, a dance in the first season. It was that became viral, so I think that was a big part of it as well. But the video, I've seen clips of it. It looks awesome. The song sounds great, so I'm pumped for Gaga. The new shit she's coming out with is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I agree. But speaking of, well, the original crazy, the original Lady Gaga, Madonna, and Julia Garner says Madonna biopic is still a work in progress. This has been a work in progress for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Julia Garner's in it, I would watch it, even though I'm not a huge Madonna fan, but like,
yeah. Well, and she auditioned hard for this.
Gets made, but if it doesn't, I'm not going to cry about it.
Yeah, so again, this is her talking to the guys on the Smart List podcast. If you guys are interested in industry stuff, in Hollywood talk, in movie making, it's a really great podcast to follow because all of those guys are in the industry. They direct, write, produce, act, and then they get these amazing actors on the show. So she was saying that she actually had to dance and essentially audition and perform in front of Madonna, which was obviously nerve-wracking. But, she's still in it to win it. They're trying to... I think it really comes down to they're just trying and give, I think she's the one at the end of the day that's holding things up because it has to be done her way. And, rightfully so. It's a movie about her. So we'll see what happens. But we all know Julia Garner is one talented gal. So when it comes out, I'll be seeing it.
Definitely. Definitely. But next up, speaking of horror, because weapons. Anyway, sorry, poor segue. But speaking of new line horror movies, The Conjuring: Last Rites Rotten Tomato score revealed as first reviews for horror franchise's farewell hit. Well, it reached on the upper levels of it, better than the last Conjuring movie, but not quite as good as 1 and 2, and not quite as good as the Annabelle sequels. But hey, it's in the top 5 rather than the bottom 5, so that's something. But it has a 63% on Rotten Tomatoes. Are you gonna watch this or no?
No, even though I do support anything that has to do with the Warrens, because again, we are from Connecticut, they are from Connecticut, hometown heroes. I heard this is kind of like, I think we're going to talk about it actually, but I'm hearing that it's scoring kind of mid-range for the Conjuring franchise. So it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. So
I kind of agree with Ron. I think we're just kind of done with this. They're kind of past their prime. I mean, and plus none of the movies are really all that good outside of the first 2 Conjuring movies. So yeah, sorry. Anywho. Next thing, apparently this plank of wood, Sophie Turner, is going to be our next Lara Croft after Alicia Vikander tried to make the franchise work and it didn't. But Sophie Turner is going to come in and act her way through this, and Haley Atwell was right there, guys. Like, you voiced the character in the shitty fucking animated series nobody watched, but she needs to be the live action one. She's perfect for the role. Guys, come on.
Maybe they couldn't afford her.
They could afford Haley Atwell. Come on. She's not like fucking, who's like a Jenna Ortega or something. Like, come on.
She's probably going to be in the upcoming Marvel film, so probably couldn't get her.
Anyway, I don't really care. They've been trying to do a Tomb Raider movie for fucking years and it just hasn't worked. And Sophie Turner is kind of not that great of an actress, so yeah, sorry.
I like her. I'm happy for her. Good luck to you, lady.
Yeah, I mean, good luck, but I don't care. Anyway, something that would make a certain someone very happy, but apparently you can see Thomas Jefferson's handwritten copy of the Declaration of Independence. Hey, Nick Cage, no, sit down.
If they were smart,
Anyway.
they would have reached out to Nick Cage and been like, "Hey, can you show up for this event?" Like, if they were smart about it, if they really wanted to get, a line around the block, that's what they should have done. They should have called him up and said, "Could you make an appearance?"
Anyway,
and he would totally.
Nick Cage, calm down. Sit down, Nick, you fat motherfucker. All right, just plop on down there. Okay, just keep it in your pants, unlike the guy from the Korn concert. But just keep it level.
I mean, we do believe in the ball.
I mean, honestly,
show, so.
National Treasure 3. There's only one man who can steal the Epstein files now.
Awesome.
Okay, let's not, before we all accidentally suicide ourselves, let's move on from this. Next up, apparently there was a message from the Russo brothers and Paul Rudd in regards to D23. Nick freaking Cage. Anyway, but apparently there was a message. We don't know what the message is, but it's, but it's just, they're just talking about like doomsday and shit. But yeah, unfortunately, the only thing we have is the audio because it got deleted. So thank you, Underperform. Good evening, movie spot.
Audio was leaked, but
Anyway, so yeah, good. Got a message from them. We can't really listen to it, but it's fine. If you want to listen to it, we have that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, but it's on their Instagram. It's on this fella's Instagram. If you want to go see it for yourself or listen to it for yourself, then boom, there it is. Anyway, before it gets taken down. But next up, more Marvel news, Marvel quick hit news. Concept art shows a monstrous take on the Void and highlights the new Avengers reveal. So, this was some pretty gnarly concept art for the Void, aka way better than in the movie we got, where he was just generic shadow looking fool. But this was cool. This is awesome. This is like an eldritch being or something. God, Why is it like the fucking concept art are always so much fucking better? Like, goddamn. Anyway, but this was prior to this was the like original picture that was released without Taskmaster because died like 10 minutes into the movie. Whoops, daisies. But thoughts on this?
Yeah, cool.
Nice. Then Fantastic Four. Apparently, Fantastic Four saw a 187% ticket sale increase from previous Monday on Labor Day.
That's so
the
wild.
Chagrin of Deadpool co-creator Rob Liefeld. The Fantastic Four first steps is shaping up to be a moderate hit at the worldwide box office. Current projections point to it ending its run with around $520 million, which is like good. I didn't love the movie, but anything to piss off Rob Liefeld. So I hope I do champion for its success.
Yeah.
So but yeah, they've done a really good. Apparently, they had a $1.6 million haul for its 6th Monday in theaters, but it is 187% increase from the previous Monday. And it also lost 405 theaters, so that's something. Like, I know doesn't seem like much, but it's nice that people went to go see it. I think it's really
interesting that one day got so many butts and seats. I'm not exactly sure why. There were plenty of other things, family movies, other things that there could have been. So it's interesting. Why were they watching that and not Jaws? I'm really interested by that.
Fantastic Four is newer. Even though Jaws is way better, but
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, good for it. Like, way to go. Anyway, that's it. We're done.
Hooray.
No more quick hits. Well, kind of. But thanks for watching the news portion of the show. We're going to get into DCU Daily proper, but make sure to like and comment and subscribe and click the notification bell if you haven't already. So thank you all that. Thank you for all the lovely people watching. I haven't been good on the comments today, but Ron, Brogu, Tony, Patrick, Natural Sky Wizard, Anthony, we all love, and Movie Spud, who just came in, Enterprising. We all love and appreciate you. And we all love and appreciate your comments. I'm just I lock in on this part of the show. I don't focus on the comments, so that's why.
Well, you're doing some work over there. I'm just fucking around. Well, and again, Anthony, that's why I'm saying I'm surprised that more people didn't go see Jaws, as like people in like generations introducing other generations to it. That's why I'm saying I was surprised.
Right.
But anyway, but again, it's been showing for the whole week. It's going to be showing for the whole next week. So maybe that's what
also happened. Before we move on to DCU Daily, this is a little message for Emerald Fennel. Better fucking watch yourself.
Yep.
Try me.
And we're gonna keep that graphic around, gang, because I'm not kidding. I'm not playing today. I'm not in the mood today.
Right. Anyway, so let's you know what, Liz? Let's be blessed from the start. Okay, let's be blessed from the start.
It's another project that's been blessed from the beginning.
There's the shot right there. That.
Okay, we don't need to see.
Right there.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
Now you want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts. Here we go.
Victory mine. Ask me how am I doing? I'm telling you, really, I'm doing sublime. I never wait in the stewardess line. I just go do it. I'm moving my time. Really had nothing to do with it. How am I moving? I'm moving like you want to shine. Follow my lead. Don't listen to lies. I had to put me all in the line. That's why I know that victory's mine.
I prefer Jared Leto.
Hunka hunka.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another DCU Daily, or as Dan would like to say it, it's DC time. Welcome to the DC part of things. So I'm your host, John. If you forgot that's a long intro. You could have forgotten. Maybe you're like Drew Barrymore in 50 First Dates and you just immediately forgot. And I'm like, well, I'm here to remind you. I'm John. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Always lovely to see my audience. Anyway, now I'm going to introduce Liz. Hello, Liz.
Oh, hello.
How are you doing on this fine, wonderful Wednesday? And with that, what are you excited to talk about in regards to, the news in regards to DC today?
I'm always happy to talk about Frank Grillo, anything Frank Grillo. I know everybody wants to talk about Superman, so obviously we're going to be talking about that. But, just pumped about it. Also, if you guys want to see a picture from me in high school, my friend just sent this to me. That's what I'm looking at. Look, there's me. There's me in high school.
Hold on, you're you kind of froze, so we can't see it.
Oh,
but
there's me in high school playing flag football.
Very cute. Yeah. I like you're wearing a bandana too.
Yeah, I still wear them. I wear them at work. But anyway,
let's go. We don't have to wait long for the next one. Yes, yes, it is DC time. What?
Huh?
What new sounds are you fucking putting on, Dan?
I hope you're not spending money on these noises, Dan. For real.
No, he's just downloading them from YouTube. But anyway, let's get into the first bit of news from Jorge Jimenez. Batman #1, the one that introduces the very cool suit. That's what it is. The very cool Batman #1 suit, the light blue suit. But we get a little preview here from the master himself. Next week. It's going to be out next week. So very, very exciting. So I know it's on the comic book side of things, and I know not a lot of people care about the comic book side of things, but it looks like Jim Gordon looks like a beat cop here, so that's certainly interesting. But yeah, this looking good, and this looks like Swamp Thing. So, and here he is in all of his glory. Got Batman in that light blue and light gray suit. Very nice. Love to see it. Oh, it's Killer Croc. I'm like, oh my god, because it looked like Swamp Thing. I'm like, that looks like fucking Swamp Thing, but nope. But yeah, if you guys get pumped for that, get pumped for Batman #1. Very lovely to see. I know you don't care about comics, so we'll move on.
I mean, I'm happy if y'all are happy.
But yeah. Next up, we have meet all 32 fighters for DCKO. This was the epic comic book event that we were talking about a while ago. And these are all the people. We got Power Girl, Superman, Lex Luthor, Supergirl, Robin, Batman, Jason Todd, Batwoman, Plastic Man, Aquaman, Harley Quinn, Gross, Lobo, Metamorpho, Wonder Woman, Swamp Thing, Firestorm, Black Lightning, Guy Gardner, the original Flash, Jay Garrick, Cheetah. I think that's Connor Hawk, Star Sapphire, King Shark, Hawkman, I think that's Giganta, Captain Atom, Big Barda, Cyborg, Vixen, Zatanna, Starro, Etrigan the Demon. Just so many goddamn people fighting
Very impressive, John.
for their right.
Impressive.
Fighting for their right to party. I mean, no, not that. But they are fighting for the fate of the DC universe, as always, because that's just how it is every other month. Got to fight to, I think it's like get the powers of Darkseid to bring unite the universe so he doesn't take it over with the anti-life equation or something along those lines. But yes, I did name every character because I have no life like that.
No, I think that's very impressive.
Why is everyone spelling sequel with AI? What? But yeah, Tony. It's just a very big comic book event that's going to be happening sometime soon, and this is a variant cover, so this is not.
Also, I just don't want it to get lost in the chat. Logan had a question that only you can answer. Do you know of any good Superman comics to read that are aligned with the James Gunn universe that he's creating?
Well, pretty much the box set that was released, Kingdom Come, All-Star Superman, Superman for All Seasons, and Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, as well as Whatever Happened to Truth, Justice, and the American Way. That's also kind of aligns with that. But yeah, all of that is kind of aligned. But who's the best comic book? That's tough. I mean, Grant Morrison's up there, Scott Snyder's up there, Mark Waid is up there, even though he's kind of had some duds. Paul Kupperberg is up there. Alan Moore before he went crazy is up there. Scott, there's so many. Frank Miller before he went crazy, although he is kind of overrated, but he does have that. Darwin Cook is great. I think Jeff Loeb is very good. But yeah, there's a lot of great comic book writers out there. Even I haven't even scratched the surface of that. But yeah. And then here we are. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Super House of L saying, the whole idea. I mean, yeah, I know Alan Moore's a legend, but he's also a fucking asshole and a piece of shit because he's like, superheroes are for white supremacists, and I'm like, why don't you go fucking crawl back to your hole, Alan Moore? Kurt Swan is another great one. Yeah, Frank Miller's a little bit overrated, but when he was good, Year One, Daredevil, Man Without Fear, all that stuff. That was good stuff. So also just a very cool thing of history kind of repeating itself. Having that crest be part of, the main logo and font and, film. So, yeah. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Lovely. Sorry. But this was a really funny this is just kind of going through what the retcons are.
I love it. Oh, Christ.
Damn it. Just overall very funny sketch by Amon Quick. just very silly and just kind of poking fun at the whole, continuity and canon thing. But yeah.
All right.
Damn it.
We got it.
Anyway, so we don't well, we're going from one Frank to another. We got Frank Grillo, the more based DC Frank. God, the man doesn't age.
He's so foxy. He's getting better with age, babe. He's a fine wine.
But I don't think he ages But Frank Grillo on DCU having a real secure handle on what's happening, and MCU being a little fly by the seat of your pants. Yeah, no shit. We realize that, Frank. But he gets desaturated.
Well, he's referring to the fact, as we all know, that like what Alan Cumming had said, what some other actors had said, like it's really hard to because Marvel keeps everything so close to the vest. So like you get your pages for the day. You don't get an entire script in one shot. You're working with a green screen. Half the time you're not working with the actors that, are supposed to be in the same shot as you. So I know what he's saying, but everybody has their way of doing things. So
yeah. So, but I mean, it's just like he was kind of sick of like what was going on.
Stop it.
He was kind of sick of what was going on at MCU. So I don't blame him for leaving the shit fucks down the street for the real champions.
Calm down.
But he said this specifically. It's different. It's not organized in the same way. DC is really like all the scripts are in front of you, and you kind of have a real secure handle on what's happening. And there's nothing wrong with it, but Marvel was a little fly by the seat of your pants. While Grillo noted the studio has done very well, he personally found it a little scary to be going into it to seem dark. Mentioning Alan Cumming and Gwyneth Paltrow, noting the confusion.
Right.
They're very different. Marvel's a different machine, and it's great in its own right. But the thing I love about James's and Peter Safran's DC is that it's much more contained, it's much more personal, and I really enjoy it better. I just love being part of something in the embryonic stage, good SAT word, and being able to grow with it and watch it and flourish. So, yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, that was like the whole thing that, James Gunn has been saying for a while. It's like it's just the security of it all, like the secureness of it all, of like, okay, I'm actually doing this scene with actual people on a set with a script in front of me. That's like more than what modern Marvel is doing. And it's just like, that's not great. Cause like every single piece of confirmed Jeff stuff from the Doomsday set, it just like I can't be like, even if I was gonna be excited to see it and going to see it, I'm like it's diminishing as time goes on, because it's just like every single solitary thing, it's just like it feels like they aren't learning their lessons and they don't know what they're doing. And it like I can't see this Avengers Doomsday being like, this is gonna be as big as Infinity War and Endgame. This is gonna make $1 billion. This is gonna be the greatest thing since like when it's just like,
I mean, maybe for this generation, and nothing will ever top Endgame personally, but who knows? I mean, yeah.
What's Magical Sky Wizard talking about?
It's he was punking us, so don't even worry about it. Punk, you're a punk, Magical Sky Wizard. You're a punk.
Honestly, that sounds kind of funny, to be fair.
That would be amazing. But it would make more sense if it was Toronto, I think.
Anyway.
Hey, Jalen.
But yeah. So now we move on to the Peacemaker side of things. I forgot to do quick. Whatever. It's fine. We're good.
You'll be all right.
It's okay.
You'll be all right.
I was just like, oh, we did quick hits, but it's like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. But now we're talking more DCU canon, because people won't fucking leave James Gunn alone about this goddamn thing. And just like, do you need every answer from the hyper? Just make it. Just figure it out for yourself, honey boo. Like, it's not that difficult. I made my own headcanon. We made it work. It's fine. Stop being a little baby bitch boy and fucking figure out the canon for yourself. Goddamn. Okay? Jesus Christ. Fuck. All are You wonder why, like, fucking media
Get used to it,
literacy is
gang.
dead.
Get used to it. Get used to it.
Also, word of the day, moistly.
No.
But like everybody's been like asking what are the things that's like canon and not, and now like he's fucking James Gunn's receiving hate because he fucking retconned the Justice League because that was Zack
fuck around and
Snyder's
find out, James
creation.
Gunn. You didn't have to do nothing. You didn't have to fuck around, but here we are. It's what you get, babes. It's what you get.
Anyway, it's just people bitching for the sake of bitching, and it's not as personal as you think it is. So sometimes you just gotta make it work.
It's deeply personal. How dare you?
And of course, Jalen saying he doesn't need canon. He's got family.
You don't turn your back on family.
Snyder cultists, you're verified rotten by the Toretto meter. But yeah, just more canon shit, and it's just like people need to fucking calm down. People need to calm down about the canon. And frankly, you can eat this canon. There you go. Anyway, move on to the next thing. Colin Farrell just loving, the shit about Batman Part 2. He did say the script is extraordinary and revealed the extent of Oswald Cobblepot's role. Yes, he's still Oswald Cobblepot to me. You can fucking fight me, Matt Reeves. But he was saying, this. He's like, I haven't got much to do on it, just a little bit. I read the script and it's extraordinary. So, and so that's pretty awesome. It's nice to see. Obviously, he's not going to say it's shit, but like, it's still nice to see that kind of thing, talking about the upcoming Batman sequel. But he also had this to say in regards to future Penguin season 2, future Penguin at all, future outside of Batman Part 2. He's like, I have no idea if it's happening. I know that I heard rumblings that they were thinking they'd like to do a second season, but I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know the way you go back to it. I don't know the way you go back to the trough. That's what he meant. And part of me wants to go, just let it go, people. Just, we got away with it. Leave it as is. But look, if they come up with a fantastic idea or something like that, of course, I'd be open to it. So,
I just think it's so cute because like Colin has historically talked about like how grueling it is to be in the bodysuit with all the prosthetics, and it's it makes for a long day, and he's exhausted, and they were pumping him full of coconut water to keep him hydrated, but yet at the same time, like he loved the character so much, he loved the script so much, he loved the production teams and the makeup artist teams and all that like he will never rule out coming back as the character. And I think that's just so cute, and it's such a testament to the whole production, how much he really enjoyed it, and how he won't say no if they ask him back. I think that's so adorable.
But what are your thoughts on his thoughts on the script being extraordinary, and thoughts on a Penguin season 2? Do you agree with him or disagree?
We know for a fact they're getting Penguin season 2. Get out of here. I loved the Batman. I know a lot of people felt some kind of way about it. I really loved it. And I think the reason James Gunn, stuck by, the writer's side this whole time, despite how long it's been, is a testament to his belief in this guy. And I'm sure he had seen some things along the way that he was like, okay, we're going to get there. He's going to do it. He's going to get this. I have all the faith in the world that it's going to be just as good as the first one. And again, the fact that Colin is so jazzed about the little bits that he has seen, because he said he didn't see a whole script, he didn't see the entire thing. But what he saw was impressive enough. So I'm looking forward to it. Everybody needs to give Matt Reeves some grace. I understand that it's been 5 years, but like nobody pisses and moans about how long Star Wars took between and hello, how long has it been since we've had a Superman film? Like, shut up, I don't care. So whatever, it's fine.
I agree. But yeah, nice to see that your boy Colin is loving it. But now, truly, let's get into proper Peacemaker talk. So, Dan, you can bring in the proper banner now. What? There you go. Okay. Boom. Peacemaker. Proper Peacemaker. There we go. But, so James, this was from last week, but James Gunn didn't direct last week's Peacemaker episode, but he didn't give up creative control lightly during Peacemaker Season 2 junket that Cinema Blend attended. We asked James how he decided which episodes to direct this time around and if it was harder than he anticipated to separate himself. So this is what he had to say. He said, yeah, it was hard. I will tell you, with episodes 2 and 3, it was very easy. Greg Mottola is a guy who actually been a hero to me for a long time since I saw the movie The Day Trippers when I was younger. And I was like, hang on. I was like, this movie's amazing. Greg is the best collaborator of all time, and he understood the show. He totally understood the show. He understood the dramatic part of the show. He understood the comedic part of the show. He understood the non-showiness of shooting the show, but it's not always that easy. So it can be a little bit difficult at times to turn it over. I originally planned to shoot all the episodes, but then I got hired as the head of the studio and couldn't do that, so it was hard, but I took 3 that I thought were the most difficult. You'll see episodes 6 and 8 are my 2 favorite episodes of the season. Those 2 are ones that he said was like, that he refused people, his publicists to watch. He refused everyone to watch. All the critics, Steve Agee said it was like a whole new season, so we'll see. Maybe that's when the Nazis show up. Who knows? But, who knows? But we will definitely see when we get there. There's a very, very long dramatic scene in episode 6 that's incredibly difficult. And then episode 8 is enormous. So I just had to choose the ones I wanted to do the most and that I thought needed me the most. So I think this is a very interesting insight into his psyche in regards to the show, because he has said on the Peacemaker podcast that he loves the show, and this is his favorite thing he's doing, because he's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Yes, you proved that very much so, James, with episode 1 of season 2. Hello. Thoughts on all of this, on his words, on his role in this, and how he's viewing this whole process.
I mean, without really giving us a lot of context, he's setting the bar high. He's setting us up for some serious expectations. So, I mean, I really enjoy Peacemaker. I've loved getting to know, these new characters. Again, I'm still very new to the DC community, the DC world. So, it keeps me excited and engaged. But, as Bane will break you says here, like, does Gunn ever sleep? Like, yeah, I want him to take a break so bad. I want him to pump the brakes. Like, but at the same time, I think, much like our current political situation, like if we don't hear from him for a couple of days, we're going to start to get worried. So I don't know. Oh, you're muted. John, you're muted. Okay.
Sorry, I blew my nose and I didn't want people to hear. Anyway.
Appreciate that.
Yes. James Cockatoo Gunn. Okay.
Tony was saying every time he sees James, he sees a cockatoo. Like he looks like a cockatoo.
Okay.
And
I agree. That's a
with
bird,
that.
Right?
Oh no, John. No bird blindness over here. Yes, that's a bird. But no, I totally see it. So now
I don't know. I think he's nailing the whole like silver fox look. I kind of like it.
Or a cockatoo. Can be the same.
Whatever. Could be worse. Could look like this.
Oh, come on.
All I see is a duck. Damn, that hummingbird just attacked me. Oh, Nelson.
I mean, maybe he was in the first
with
one.
that
Why not?
$5 super chat. He's asking,
Nelson.
"What's up, guys? Does Peacemaker show up in Man of Tomorrow?" We don't know because we've only got a little bit, and we haven't got to that part of the show just yet. We're still talking Peacemaker side, not Man of Tomorrow side. So
I'm gonna say yeah.
That Rogan laugh is going
for real enterprising. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, just gonna. Anyway, also, I just realized I have been using the wrong background. That's fine. And I deleted it. There you go. Now you can't use it anymore. But next up, just highlighting the greatness of Frank Grillo.
Love you, Frank.
And showcasing, your boy Rick Flag Jr. And him getting shot with Peacemaker's giant ass gun that he's 100% compensated for something. But good stuff. Good stuff. Thoughts on this?
I don't know. I mean, we knew Frank was going to find out. Found out, I think, a little sooner than expected, but now it's, how's he going to handle it the entire season? So, yeah, cool.
Indeed. But anyway, speaking of bird blindness,
what's with
we got Eagly coming in and attacking Encino Man, Titties, and Cupid Doll. And what was the other one? Oh, Mexicana, I think his name was, or something like that.
Yeah, oh my god, I don't care. I just love it all.
Titties, Encino Man, get in here. I can't tell how deep this thing is. Goddamn bird blindness.
I can't. Oh, it makes me so happy. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
It was so funny, but I was about to shit a fucking brick. Whoa, damn. Okay, we gotta.
It's so stupid.
Let's get rid of that before we get demonetized. Whoopsie daisies. But just Tim Meadows is great. Eagly is great, and all four of Encino Man, Mexicana, Titties,
Ginger Cool,
and then Ginger Cool, also great. Hello, Nelson. Hi, it's Mochi. Goddamn, why are you yelling?
I swear to Christ, Dan.
Can you ever find a home? I've been looking for that someone. I'll never make it on my own. I don't know what you're quoting.
What's happening?
I don't know. But let's move on to the next thing. But I gotta ask you, Liz, is that a parrot or a duck? I genuinely can't tell.
Listen, I would say if anything, it's more parrot than duck, but good Lord, that's a big fucking parrot. I'll tell you what.
Blah. Anyway, love to see it. Love.
True bird blindness right there, Dan.
No, I think it's a penguin. I think it's or as Benedict Cumberbatch would say, penguin.
Penguins. Adorable. Look up that clip, gang. It's a good time. Penguins.
But we love our boy Eagly defending his home. We love our boy Tim Meadows being a fucking insane little motherfucker. But absolutely love it. But that's not the story you want to. Who's your? Do we have that one? Do we have that one? Dan, do we have that one? Insert. There he is. There.
Daddy, and what does he do?
Anyway, there we go. Boom. But we're not here to talk about Peacemaker. That's not the news that everybody wants us to talk about. We gotta get into Man of Tomorrow. Not Superman Man of Tomorrow, mind you. Just Man of Tomorrow. But James Gunn did announce today that not only a title, not only the release date, but a small hint maybe about what the film might be about. But we got some very nice art here of, Superman being a little mischievous and Lex Luthor in the mech suit. And just Man of Tomorrow. This is James Gunn's original posting from earlier today. Man of Tomorrow in theaters July 9th, 2027, which, by the way, delaying it slightly. It was supposed to do it this year, but, things got delayed. It would be the first time that a Superman movie and a Batman movie come out the same year, if Batman Part 2 actually comes out in 2027. So, just before we really get into everything in regards to this, quick thoughts, Liz, about what was the first thought going through your mind when you saw this?
You know what my first thought was, but I'm not going to share it because I don't want to look like a complete noob. But
no, it's fine. We're not going to make fun of you. It's okay.
No, I think it's cute. I I know some people were like, oh, so they're going to team up, they're going to be buddies. No, Superman's like, hey, bitch, I'm just going to use my screwdriver and remove some of your parts, which is cool. So, I mean, I liked the other ones that accompanied this. This wasn't the only picture that came out, but yeah, I think it's super cute.
These are all of them.
Yeah, I really like the
This was by Jim Lee. This was by Jorge Jimenez. And this was by Mitch Gerrards. So, here it's like mischievous Superman. Here it's kind of fighting side by side. And then here it's fighting. So, we'll see. But, I don't know. When I first saw this, I thought it was fake. Genuinely. I'm like, oh, this isn't real. It's not real. And then, because I just saw the picture. I didn't see, James Gunn posting. I was just like, oh, that's cool Jim Lee art. Okay, great. And then I looked, and then I finally clicked on the link, and I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. In the words of Leo DiCaprio from Django Unchained, you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. But yeah, this is just a very, interesting sort of thing. Now, a lot of people like Variety and Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, all these guys, they're saying it's a Superman sequel, even though for months James Gunn is saying, no, this is not a sequel to Superman. This is a quasi-sequel, a pseudo-sequel to it, where Superman is going to be a major character in the film, but not going to be the protagonist. Or at least not going to be, the main character. Maybe a protagonist, maybe a deuteragonist, but not, main character. So my theory, he did steal 40 cakes. And that's as much as 4 10s. And that's terrible. So yes, this movie will go into production by around April of 2026. This is going to be a fun ride. However, it says Superman sequel. However, I don't think it's personally what I think, is it's either one of two things, because he said it's not a Superman movie. It's not a Superman 2. I think it's either going to be a Lex Luthor Superman team-up movie and they fight Brainiac together, because I feel like the only thing that Lex Luthor would hate more than Superman is Brainiac, and as he is a bigger threat to his existence and the existence of Earth. But it could also be, simply put, a Lex Luthor film. Yeah. It's most likely finished because he's already said that he was working on it and it's pretty much almost done. And now, I just love how fucking James Gunn has made 2 Superman movies in the time it took for Matt Reeves to write one Batman movie. So, I don't know. I know you said you're oh, you don't think they'll team up, but do you think the idea of oh, it's going to be a Lex Luthor movie? And just Superman either is going to be the antagonist or maybe because, well, here's the thing. Lex Luthor was the Man of Tomorrow. Before Superman came in, he was called the Man of Tomorrow. He was the original Man of Tomorrow. And then Superman came in and showcased he became the new Man of Tomorrow. So that's why it's not like just called Lex Luthor and all that. So exactly. And so, that's why I think it's called Man of Tomorrow, because it's like, who is the Man of Tomorrow in this case? Is it Lex Luthor, or is it Superman, or is it both? So that's why he's not calling it Men of Tomorrow, because he doesn't want to leak the fact that, it's like maybe a team-up movie, but it's like who is the Man of Tomorrow? And I think it's like between the two of them. So I don't know if that means anything to people, but Panic in the Sky. I don't know Panic in the Sky. I know Up in the Sky. Wait, Oh So Curious is not on the screen?
He means Dan. I believe he means Dan.
Oh.
Yes,
okay.
Dan is typing as Oh So Curious. But he's not on.
So we got a little bit of this in addition to we just got the image, and then we got the multiple images. We got like this tons of people like just talking about this. He admitted last month, I'm totally done with the treatment. My treatments are incredibly intense. They're not regular treatments. They're 60-page treatments with dialogue and everything. So he's pretty much saying that like they're pretty much scripts, but and so now I'm just turning that into a script. And he was just talking about that last month. We're planning out when we're going to shoot that. It's going to be much sooner rather than later. And yeah, it's fucking sooner. It's 2 years sooner. I will say the one thing that's worrying about getting a film in 2025 and then a film in 2027 is one major thing. The last time a big budget DC film only had 2 years to work on it was Batman and Robin. And that doesn't raise a lot of hope. Well, unless you're Dan, but
you can't have it both ways, though. Like, you guys are complaining about how long it's taking to get Batman 2.
I think personally, I think it should be 2028. I think it should be 2028. I think it should be 3 years. I think 3 years is a good amount of time. If you can make something that good in 2 years' time, then
okay.
I think 3 years is a good. Hi, Ron. Anyway, I'm going to eat some jelly beans. Do I think possibly? As you can tell that James Gunn was definitely enjoyed writing for them, but as this shows, it's not called Superman Man of Tomorrow, but we are getting 3 Kryptonian related movies in 3 years. Honestly, I'd believe it. But yeah, the idea of we're at least getting another movie with Superman in it in 2027. Exactly. I agree, Tony. 2 is too soon. 5 is too long.
But again, we know how James works. We know how he thinks. He's constantly creating. I feel like, while, he had to write the script, I think he knew exactly what direction he was going in. I think he knew exactly what story he was going to tell. So
that's what Matt Reeves said, and look how that turned out.
Okay, but again, Matt is clearly going through something. We know that. James seems to be firing on all cylinders and still has his attention fully on the DC production office. So, he's ready to crank it out. He's going to crank it out. Like, I'm not so worried about the quality, because I feel like he already had this written in his head before Superman even came out in July. So
that's fair, Ron. That's fair.
That's what I'm saying.
Jalen, very lovely. Glad you're excited. And Gunn has a regular team. Gunn probably wrote that treatment, kept it quiet long ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Hunter, what did you say?
Thank you, Enterprising.
I can't find your comment. Yeah, I don't know what you commented. Sorry, Hunter. Oh, Enterprising, thank you for the super chat. There's been plenty of great films. Yeah, no, I know. It's just, I'm just thinking of DC side of things. Like, that might be a little bit too soon. You know, look at Batman Begins between that and Dark Knight, 3 years. I'm just saying. Dan, don't jizz your pants. But live long and prosper. I don't think so. I don't think it needs to end at a trilogy.
No.
To be fair, Oz Perkins is cranking out like 4 movies in 3 years. So the only person to get less sleep than James Gunn is definitely Osgood Perkins. So I'm just going to say that. Unlikely. Although at this point, if Andy Muschietti doesn't get his fucking shit together, James Gunn is like, fine, I'll do it myself. But I'm a worrywart Enterprising. I just want it to be good, and I want it to live up to the first one, and I want it to crush all the Snyder cultists under its boot. A man can dream, okay? Honestly, he might be at this fucking point. He might be. Like, straight up, like, having this much of a track record is, like, insane. 100%. I mean, he's got a point, though. I'm thinking Brainiac. It's the only thing that makes sense, I feel. If it is kind of more of a team-up movie. If it's not, then Superman can be the antagonist. There you go. If it's a Lex Luthor movie, that could work. And it seems like we're getting mech suit Lex Luthor, which is also awesome. Are you excited for mech suit Lex Luthor, Liz?
I mean, it looks cool.
Hell yeah. But we do have one more bit in regards to this. But Aaron Pierre, a lot of people thought it was Aaron Pierre teasing him and Hawkgirl, but no, even this was like, nope, that's not the case. But he was saying on Aaron Pierre, saying James Gunn on the original post is like, see you soon, and he's like, huh, what's going on? Because originally it looks like Pierre actually let this comment on Gunn's original post, not Merced. So Aaron Pierre just essentially commenting like, see you soon, see you later, that kind of thing on it. So like, it definitely teases maybe something in regards to the two interacting, maybe, hopefully, sort of, but obviously we'll see for the future. I don't think so. I don't think we're getting Justice League anytime soon. I think he wants enough time between, the DCEU version and his version. So, night, Grogu. Say goodnight to Grogu for us. Very lovely to see. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past him. He could probably do it. I do want to see Livewire. I want to see Parasite. Composite Superman, that would be awesome. I would love to see Metallo. I know he's in this universe, so I would like to see him again, hopefully. I could see that happening. Yeah. Hope not. What are you talking about? Hope not. What are you talking about, huh?
I think we'll probably get World's Finest before Justice League. I think that's what he's talking about.
No shit. I don't think he will be, but, if they do team up, that could be interesting enough. But yeah. Love to see it. Love to see James Gunn cooking. I also love how he has, like, a little, like, DC thing next to his name. That's pretty awesome to see. Yes, we are aware. I already said it. I don't know. It's just like them, like, I don't know. I just don't think Superman is going to be. Obviously, we only have like 1 to 3 pictures to go off of. One of which it's mischievous, them teaming up and them fighting. So who knows what the actual damn story is going to be? We literally have 3 pictures, and of them are like done by comic book artists. It's not like, no, I don't. James Gunn said he won't retcon the message. He'll stick through it and thank God and stick by his guns, even though it's stupid guns, but he'll stick by the guns.
Guns.
Uh-huh. Very much so. Very much so. Hell yeah.
There's the shot right there. Now I'll zoom into this. That.
Okay, we don't need to see
right there
bulge, but
I'm just like.
Anyway. Always classic. Lex versus Clark. Dawn of Bulges. I'm sure Lex Luthor has a fine bulge himself. But let's, I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts in regards to this, but it's definitely exciting that James Gunn did finally give us something major in regards to the future of the DCU. Yeah, we're getting a lot of stuff in 2027, Spider-Man and fucking Avengers and all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, we're going crazy here. We're going crazy. But yeah, I think this is awesome. I think this is wonderful. I think, he's breaking the internet right now. We can only say and act so much of what's going on, but Just League International was involved in Panic in the Sky as well. So yeah, obviously that could be a good story to base this off of. It was from 1992, and it was like in Action Comics and Adventures of Superman. So yeah, it's entirely possible that. Okay. I don't think so. Dan thinks so. I don't think so, because that would be very fucking stupid to have this fan favorite character die in Lanterns, because people are gonna fucking hate you for that. And they're not doing that. I can guarantee it. I am 100% confident they're not gonna kill off Guy. It's not likely at all. Get the hell out of here. It's not likely at all. They're not killing off Guy. Come on. Get out of here with that. James Gunn couldn't even kill off the last character Nathan Fillion played in the DC universe with fucking TDK. So even though it looked like he was dead, he wasn't actually dead. I would like to see the Elite maybe in a future film, because that's definitely adding into the idea of is Superman still relevant? I think that adds into it, but it might be a little bit too on the nose, and it might not. And the thing is, we've already kind of dealt with those themes already, and that's more outright on the nose. So, I mean, it would be great to see Manchester Black, but, whatever it is. I don't think so. I mean, Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion already stated as Guy Gardner, he said he already said a slew of F-bombs, the most in that show than his entire career. So, I'm just saying. That's a good point. Guy did end up, maybe Guy is put in a coma. I could see that happening. Very comic book accurate, too.
Okay, I'll take that.
We'll see. But, that's it, guys. This was a good show today. Good talking with y'all about all the things. Thank you. Jalen Harris, Enterprising Magical Sky Wizard, Ron, Tony, Enterprising, Patrick Olinger, Smacky, Brogu, even though he's not here right now, Monique, Bane Will Break You, Nelson Moreno, Sean Christopher. Thank you guys so much. Hunter Iggy, you are all very wonderful people. Movie Spud as well. I'm sure I'm missing Stephen Ortega. I'm probably missing some people, but it is very, very lovely to see all of your beautiful faces, and by faces I mean profile pictures, in the chat today. But make sure make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure to click the notification bell so you know when we go live. It is going to be a fun ride. But yes. Anything else you have to say, Liz? You've been quiet for a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't have skin in the game when it comes to a lot of this conversation, but hey, I was actually like tempted to start.
I mean, if you want to like jerk off in the theater, then sure.
I'm sorry, what?
Because they said Wuthering Heights will be a fun ride.
Oh, yeah. I still don't think it's going to be as hot and heavy as that trailer's making everybody believe.
But anyway,
we'll see.
Before this damn place fucking pisses me off too much, we are not only blessed at the beginning, but we are also blessed at the end. So see y'all later tomorrow for Peacemaker review for episode 3, but in addition to the rest of the show. See y'all later.
Another project that's been blessed from the beginning.
There's the shot right there. That.
Okay, we don't need to see
right there.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Now you want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Here we go. Victory mine. Ask me how am I doing? I'm telling you really I'm doing sublime. I never wait in the stewardess line. I just go do it. I'm moving my time. Really had nothing to do with it. How am I moving? I'm moving like you want to shine. Follow my lead. Don't listen to lies. I had to put me all on the line. That's why I know that victory's mine.
I prefer Jared Leto. Hunka hunka!
Fuck Jeff Snyder and fuck Emerald Fennel.